I've met a lot of Tesla owners over the last couple of years doing this job. It's been great to meet all of you. Many of you have approached me, told me about your cars and what you think of them. Tesla has just added a new feature to its app that I think will be useful to a lot of people. It's underrated. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. What a wonderful day it is in the electric car world. I have 100 tabs open on my computer of videos I want to make to share with you of stuff that's just unreal, exciting stuff. This is one of them. Electric car owners have a much higher adoption of solar panels, meaning putting solar on their roofs, than the general public. In fact, it's around 30 times higher depending on the country. In Australia, those numbers, well, not quite that great because we have so many people here in Australia who have solar. But in most places around the world, it's around 20 to 40 times higher than the general population. So kudos to you guys. When people see a Tesla or an EV driving around, they should consider that fact. It's probably not powered by coal, probably not powered by gas. So what Tesla is going to do is let owners of its electric cars charge their cars using excess solar energy that's accumulated throughout the day and can't be stored in a Powerwall. Coding in its smartphone app seems to reveal right now. This is actually important because Tesla provided the secret to enabling a grid to run only on renewable energy. Probably thinking that's not true. What are you talking about? Well, in Australia, it's the largest country in the world. It's actually a pretty large place. There's multiple millions of people there where they basically run only on renewable energy. And the reason this actually works is because of the software Tesla created to help the grid. Now, although that technology isn't what I'm talking about here, this is just another example of how Tesla's technology does change the lives of owners and of many people around the world. Plug in your vehicle at home during the day to charge using the excess clean energy generated by your solar system and updating the Tesla's app's coding says. Set your charge limits and location and tell your vehicle when and where to charge only from excess solar. The app also will state that owners can set your vehicle's battery to charge as usual from any available sources for enough daily driving range. Then reserve part of your vehicle's battery to charge only when excess solar is available. This feature will utilize only clean energy accumulated from a solar array to charge the vehicle, which aligns with the description of the feature. Drive on sunshine, get the cleanest range for your car. Now, this might seem like it's an obvious, easy thing to do, but it's actually not. To actually automate this is an entirely different process. This feature will launch with Tesla's new update, which is 4.19.0 or 4.19.0, which was launched just yesterday on the east coast of North America. The function will allow owners to charge their vehicles by using only solar energy, which is renewable, and will ensure the car will be using no fossil fuels throughout the entire charging and driving process. So most people's houses, if there's not enough solar, the house just can automatically revert to using power from the grid. But with this feature, the app can tell whether or not the house is using solar or power from the grid, and it will decide only to charge the car when it's using solar. In an effort to make the entire process of owning an EV more sustainable, Tesla is rolling out this feature to alleviate any use of fossil fuels or related projects for owners who are more interested in having a clean charge at home. Not only clean, but free. That's obviously a big part of the reason for doing this, right? When there is much more energy being generated than the house could consume, it will then be used to charge the vehicle automatically. With the Powerwall, excess energy is utilized from the production of energy, says Teslarati, from solar panels and stored in the battery. But it doesn't automatically go into the car. Last week, Tesla began offering Powerwall as a standalone product once again. Teslarati confirmed, so does Tesla's website. The reason being it is sold out for a long time, and so Tesla stopped offering it. This makes the first time in nearly 2 years that customers can actually purchase the battery storage system without also buying a solar array. Now, it's worth also considering the fact that the cost that Tesla pays for solar cell Powerwalls will come down significantly. Now, Tesla doesn't make the batteries that goes into these. It does make them in a way. I mean, it packages them, it makes the systems, it makes the actual digital integration necessary. But the cells come primarily from CATL in China. And it's believed that battery costs in the last 3 months in China have come down by around 25%. Now, CATL made billions and billions of dollars in profit last year. Everyone knows how much they made. And now they have excess capacity. As in, their factory is only running about 65% efficiency. That's really bad. CATL doesn't want to be in that position. CATL, therefore, is saying that they are reducing battery cell prices for automakers. All the contracts are being renegotiated. I'm sure that involves Tesla, meaning Tesla should be able to make more profit on these or sell them cheaper. I'm going to guess, knowing what Tesla usually does, they'll just make more profit, which is understandable. There's massive demand for the Powerwall, which is a really good thing. Recently, Apple adopted a similar process with the iPhone by allowing owners to turn on a setting known as clean energy charging. This will allow only charging the phone when the grid is operating on renewable resources. I'm not sure how that Apple knows when the grid or when your phone is only operating on renewables, but that's a pretty cool feature as well. It shows you grids around the world are becoming cleaner. On the channel here, I've reported on a lot of the main grids in the world becoming cleaner. Now, a lot of people think, oh, there's lots of coal plants being built in China. That's offsetting all the good work being done in America, Australia, in Europe. Yeah, it's true that some coal plants have been built, but it's also true that massive amounts of renewable energy has been built out. And this actually means there's enough renewable energy in China to power every single household. It's just the factories, a lot of them that are running on coal. But that is changing. The reason it's changing is because solar panels have come down in price by 50% over the past 6 months. Now, it's much, much cheaper now to build out a solar array than to actually go and build a new coal plant. It's much cheaper to even build wind generation with battery storage than to build out a new coal plant. So grids around the world will become cleaner and cleaner and cleaner, meaning eventually, there won't be any reason for these morons to say, oh, you're just charging your car with coal. It's actually dirtier than a gasoline-powered car, which is obviously factually incorrect, but they won't be able to say that at all. Once you can say, well, hey, the grid where I live in South Australia runs on 92% renewable energy. We'll be able to say the same about most grids around the world within the next 10 years. A lot of people think I'm being unrealistic here, just an optimist, but actually, if you look at the trends, if you look at the yearly trends, it's very likely this will play out this way. One of the key reasons for that is cost. So much cheaper in so many countries around the world to simply use renewables instead of gas or coal or even nuclear. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.